that goal and go beyond it. All right, Massachusetts lawmakers are taking up legislation aimed at addressing one of the state's biggest issues, housing.
Craig Sandler with the State House News Service joins us now in his green vest. Well done, sir. And he's taking a look at the politics surrounding the $6.5 billion housing production bill. Craig, good morning.
Good morning. I gave the vest a lot of thought, as always.
It looks great. All right, the House has passed this bill. Now it heads over to the Senate. So what do we need to know about it?
Well, the basics are, indeed, that the Senate is going to analyze it. They'll pass their own version probably by the end of the month, but we'll see about that. The governor said her bill, as it went to the House, would create 40,000 housing units on the way to 200,000 that we need in order to get housing prices sort of in the realm of sanity in Massachusetts. So that's the basics, but it's the politics of the bill inside the building that are really catching my attention these days. The governor badly wanted a provision allowing a new tax on the transfer of real estate for the creation of new housing at the local levels. Communities would have the option to put that tax on. She didn't get it, and that was a big win for the real estate lobby over the housing advocacy lobby inside that building. The same lobbyists are going to be, inveighing on the Senate to prevail, and the governor wants that provision back in the bill. And so the bill also becomes a test of Maura Healey lobbyists. That is to say, at some point, governors do have to use their powers of persuasion, their ability to connect with lawmakers if they want to get things done. That's not necessarily her strength. She's a prosecutor. She's somewhat cerebral. So this is a big test for her lobbying ability, and we'll see how it goes.
All about the politics, and there's also a lot of politics surrounding another big issue. We're talking about the campaign to get rid of the MCAS high school graduation requirement, but isn't that already headed to the voters on the ballot come November?
Well, we certainly all thought it was, and yes, for now it is, but what's going on inside the building is the Massachusetts Teachers Association can see that the question is polling okay, but not great. Lawmakers can see that the public is ready to scrap that requirement, so they may be willing to pass legislation saying, okay, we'll end the requirement as long as there's minimum guidelines for students to pass in all districts. And the teachers may say, well, we're winning in the polls, but we're not winning by that much. We can't be sure we're going to win at the ballot. Fine, we'll take that, and there'll be a compromise. We'll see whether the teachers are willing to do that. We'll probably find out in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, meanwhile, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu has been pursuing her own legislative agenda to go after some of her biggest policy goals. But Craig, how has that been going? It has been going well.
Not well at all, frankly. We said this 3 years ago. She came to the job with a progressive agenda. She wanted rent control, free MBTA. Now she's seeking to transfer property taxes away from residents onto commercial properties. To do any of that, you need to go through Beacon Hill. And certainly on rent control, it simply isn't going to happen. And the fact is that if you can't get anything through the State House, at some point a mayor risks being viewed as ineffective. She's getting to that point. The business community is not pleased with her. The knives are out. It's possible that if she draws a few candidates and the business community runs a few candidates against her next year, could actually turn out to be an interesting race. We shall see.
There's more intrigue every week. All right, Craig Sandler with the State House News Service. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you, guys.